guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I am sharing with you a very simple, easy and inexpensive way to create pillow covers, no-sew pillow covers for any season or any occasion. So I'm starting off with this $4 canvas that I had, a drop sheet that I had picked up at Dollarama, and hot glue. So the first thing that I do is take apart this, open up this canvas obviously, and cut four different, two same sizes and then two other sizes of pillow covers that I want. I am not using a sewing machine, I am just simply using hot glue. So as you can see, this is actually really nice material. I think I had lucked out when I found this. Because not always do they have this drop sheet, but it worked really well for these pillows. So the two sizes that are the same are going to be 12 by 12, and then the next size is pretty much, I took pillows that I wanted to these covers to be for, and measured them in there around, and then I just cut to the size. But this one I know it was 12 by 12 because I had measured it. I am using my rotary cutter, however it does not work on the little stitched size because it's too thick, so I had to use scissors for that. So once I had everything cut out, I started with the gluing, and you want the outside to the insides to meet together on the inside and the outsides to be on the outside. So whatever side you are using for it to be your front of the pillow, you want it to be facing the inside for when you're gluing it. I hope that makes sense. And I glue three sides so that way I can put the pillow in. If you were stuffing the pillow, I would say glue the fourth side halfway and then stuff it, and then glue the rest of the way. Now for one of the 12 by 12 pillows, I just wanted to show you, I am creating almost like a piping border on it with some of this buffalo check fabric that had come from Dollar Tree. I had actually bought a few of these, and then I actually bought some off of my friend too, because she wasn't using them. So I am using about an inch for each side, and I'm using these squares to be my guide for that. This took a little bit of figuring out. I did one of these for a Valentine's Day cover pillows last year, so I was just trying to remember how exactly I did it. So you want to glue the material facing down, and the first try I realized I was doing it wrong, so I ended up redoing it because you want it to fold to the middle, not to the outside.
Maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile with my...
And again, I am gluing only the three sides, leaving the middle open, leaving the one side open.
Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now?
And the other two I just assembled the same way as I did the first one. Now moving on with the designing. For two of the pillows, I used my Cricut machine to cut out heat transfer vinyl. This was a first time using the heat press and the transfer vinyl. I borrowed the heat press from my sister just to try it out before I go out and buy it. And the design, I will leave a link down below in the description box where I got the design. It was free, but however, you had to sign up for an email or something like that. So I love this design. Actually, a friend Sandra from the Joanns had sent it to me, where she got it from. So I just used it, and I love the way it turned out on the pillow. I was struggling a little bit because I thought there was another layer to this, but I could not figure it out. I did end up figuring it out though.
You know I want you close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be.
So once I was done removing the vinyl off, I just weeded out the little circles. This was a little tedious, but I did, and it took a little bit of time, but you have to do this with almost all the vinyls that you do. So once you have finished doing that, you want to heat up the mat surface or any surface that you are transferring, that you're putting your material on. You want to heat it up. You want it to be warm. Then I put my pillow cover. I turn it inside out, or the right side in, I guess, and then just set it up where I want it to go, and put my design on it, position it, make sure it's right in the middle, and then I have this sheet to protect the vinyl from melting that I put on top before I start using the press. Voila! Doesn't that look absolutely gorgeous? It was very easy to remove the top of the clear part, and I am absolutely in love with the way this turned out. I think I'll be putting that heat press on my wish list for sure. For the next pillow, I cut out this bunny using a rotary cutter and my fabric, and the bunny was in the Cricut Access. I'm pretty sure it was a free image, and I am going to turn this pillow inside out and check out the piping around. I think that looks absolutely fabulous. I love the way it just adds that little extra design to it. And the reason why I'm hot gluing all these pillows, if you watch me here, I often mention it, I do not know how to sew. I'm planning on taking a course once I am able to do it in person. And I had actually sold my sewing machine too because I could not figure it out how to work it. Pretty sure there was something wrong with it. I'm going with that. So I hot glued this bunny on, just slowly working the sides because I didn't want to burn myself. I tend to burn myself often, so I was just going really slowly each side slowly side by side. This is a very inexpensive way to add pillow covers to your decor. I mean, this whole thing, the material was $4 and I used half of it, if that. The roll of buffalo check, it was $1.25. I used about half of it. And then the stencil I had, the heat transfer vinyl, the whole roll I think I've paid around $20 for, and then I only used maybe quarter of it. So I think all in all I spent maybe $4 for the whole 4 pillow covers. So once I glued the bunny on, I wanted to accent it out with a little bit of rope. So I am just gluing rope all the way around the outline of the bunny. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonja, and over on my DIY channel here I create tons of dollar store DIY, budget-friendly DIYs, as well as some furniture upcycles and trash to treasure makeovers. I would love it if you joined my YouTube family, and by pressing that subscribe button and a notification so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. This took a little bit of time to do, but I think it was well worth it. So here he is. I think he looks absolutely adorable, and adding the piping on the sides gave it an extra design. Now for the smaller pillowcase, I wanted to show you that you can create something without a Cricut machine on the pillow. I will be using a stencil, but obviously before that I have to turn my pillow inside out, and to get these corners completely out you can always use an end of a brush or a pencil just to push them out. It works really good. So for the stencil, because it's springtime, but first you want to put something underneath so the paint doesn't transfer onto the bottom. So like I was saying, for the stencil I'm using the Fresh Flower Market stencil and some gray paint. This is just a dark gray paint. And I will be using this foam sponging brush to apply the paint on. Now when you're applying the paint onto the stencil, less is more, so I just put a little bit of paint on, take some off, and then stencil it on. You don't want big blobs of paint because it will leak. Sometimes it leaks anyways, but this prevents it from leaking too much underneath the stencil. I think one of the best parts of stenciling is the reveal. I absolutely love the way this pillow turned out. So simple, but looks absolutely beautiful. For my Last pillow cover, it's the rectangular one. I was going to use some burlap to create carrots, and then I had remembered that I had made a carrot garland about 2 years ago that I wasn't planning on using in my decor anymore, so I am taking it apart. I am cutting off the felt leaf piece and cutting it obviously off the rope for garland, and then I'm going to glue these carrots on and paint the little leaf tops on top. So I will be gluing them one up, one down, and I'm actually decided to glue just the solid orange side down. So I have cut this up just out of regular burlap, glue them together, and I stuffed it with a little bit of Kleenex so it gives them a little bit of thickness, and then I painted, just dry brushed the orange paint on them to make them look like carrots. I think this looks very rustic, and I love the way these carrots look. I just wasn't loving them all that much on the garland anymore. And for the leaves, I'm using an acrylic paint in a leafy green and just a small brush. This was so easy to make, even if I had to make the carrots again, and I think the end result was stunning. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And if this is your first time stopping by, make sure you press the subscribe button. I want to thank everybody returning and watching this video. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.